How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Can't complain. Just getting back off the break and getting guys going this week and getting a chance to look at ourselves through the scout and getting prepared for New England, which is a tough opponent this week who's had a heck of a year so far. So we've got our work cut out for us.
We had Josh on the podium. We're asking him how much it helps you as a coach to have a week to be able to step back and self-scout and look at what you're doing right and what you're not doing right as you had here in the last week.
Yeah, I mean, that was the big thing, just making sure, situationally that we're doing, some of the things that we had talked about in the offseason and, seeing guys, as they've matured through the process of what we're doing good, what are things that we need to improve on, from techniques and fundamentals from the coaches, looking at, different areas, those kind of things. It was good to get a chance to go back and kind of look at those first couple of games and see, where we thought we could still emphasize to make improvements, from things that have happened through the course of the year. Some of it's good, you don't like looking at the bad stuff, but you have to be able to improve upon it.
To have 15 sacks on the last 3 games, I think it's the second best stretch this team has had in 25 years. Well, is there something you'd point to for what's changed or why you've been able to get to the quarterback and finish play the way you have?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. I think it's, the guys, from execution-wise. I think with some of the things we're doing from a pressure standpoint, I think it's, like pass rush and coverage go hand in hand. So I think it's all encompassing of all of those things, together that have made us successful in both areas.
You guys really had a lot of splashy plays, right? Tackles for losses, forced fumbles, interceptions, and that's what Todd wants to do, right?
Right.
Is it a matter of some of the younger guys settling in, Tweez being healthy? What do you see as sort of the reason for this starting to come together now?
I think it's a combination of all of those things because you look at rookies that come in, I mean, it's a lot on their plate, not only adjusting to what we do, but what teams are trying to do to us. I think, guys in and out of the lineup, it's never going to be an excuse. We're going to keep going with it, but the continuity of guys with experience within the system, I think, really helps out. So, again, I think it's all of those factors involved together and coming together. And, our older guys, our veteran guys that, defensively do a good job of helping them bring the younger guys along. And I think them seeing it and actually experiencing it through a couple of games really helps them. So I think all of those things, are factors in that, we're playing better from that aspect of it.
That duo of Antoine and Tyke at safety, what has that been able to do to just help the whole group on defense?
Well, both of them are very good communicators. Skill set wise, they're good around the line of scrimmage. They're good in the middle of the field. They're good in the run game. They're good blitzers. So those two really do a good job of working together and communicating to get everybody else on the same page. I think there's a trust there. The one thing you see around the building is accountability, and those two guys are accountable to get done what we need to get done from day to day and from week to week. So I think guys feel comfortable with them on the field and being able to, communicate those things and being able to help us, when we get in situations to be able to adjust, especially for unscouted looks and those kind of things. They do a good job of getting us where we need to be.
You're going against Drake May on Sunday, and there's not a lot that he does wrong. He's been fantastic this year, but he's taking the second most sacks in the NFL, high pressure to sack rate. How important is it going to be to kind of give him a lot of varied pressures and looks on Sunday because he hasn't seen this Todd's defense, before in front of him in his career?
Yeah, I think it'll be very important. I mean, anytime you can cause a quarterback to have hesitation and be indecisive when he's got the ball in his hand, it's going to buy time for us, to have a chance to get pressure to him. So that'll be very important for us this week.
It's been probably a year since we saw Antoine be Antoine like he was in this last game against New Orleans. What does a healthy Antoine Winfield do? Is that just a flashback like this guy's going to score touchdowns now, or should have, I guess?
Yeah, there you go. Should have. But at the end of the day, him being healthy is the biggest thing, and that's one thing that he's always been very, taking care of his body, doing all the little things, eating, sleep, all of those things. But injuries happen in this game, and the big thing is having him available. It's, he's that type of player. He can make a difference for you.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks.